Good evening. I'm going to call the Board of Health meeting to order at 6:30 p.m. First item up on the agenda is to accept the minutes of the October 19th meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from the October, what month?
October 19th.
October 19th.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Passes unanimously. Up, number 2 on the agenda is Tobin Farm subdivision modification. So we have a plan there, and what's at the end of Stebbins Drive, which is a part of Tobin Farm subdivision, there were originally 3 lots, and it's now being made into 2 lots. And what it is that the planning board has asked them just to get the okay from us, basically to come in front of us, because there'll be a common driveway, and that's shifted a little bit. So it's just, according to the town planner, it just has to come through us for an okay. So, did you take a chance to look at everything, the plan?
I looked at it. Is that just a cul-de-sac or is that the driveway?
It says Stebbins Drive, it's a proposed private way.
Yeah, but they
So-
have to make it into a private way. It's gotta be a private way, the road.
Well,
So it's private, so
it's
whoever buys the
irrelevant
2
as
lots
far as Board of
after.
Health is concerned.
Right, it just came to planning board so that we would say everything's fine, because it's going from 3 lots to 2 lots.
Yeah, generally, the area is, it's already been perked,
Yep.
or the area's been perked, the soils are acceptable. As long as they don't shoot themselves in the foot with undersizing the lots.
No.
No, the lots
2
are,
acres and
It's a little over 2.
3.4.
Yeah.
Okay, so zoning or de facto zoning is not gonna be an issue either.
No.
With, because there's a well and a septic system, there's an area requirement for each lot, so. And these exceed the size, the area requirements, so.
so basically what we just need to say that everything's okay and send a letter to the planning board so that they can proceed.
Right, that you have no objection to it, that's all.
Yeah, that we have no objection, so
Is it a motion or is it just a?
we can do it in the form of a motion just to have it, that there's no objection to it.
That's Stebbins Drive?
Yes.
Stebbins Drive extension is, it looks as though that's the address.
So we'll make a motion to accept the modification from 3 lots to 2 lots on the Stebbins Road extension subdivision
Yeah, you're not,
portion
you're
of
not
the.
really gonna accept them. What you're doing
just-
is,
We have no objection.
you have no objection
We're
to
not
the
objecting to it,
the
okay.
proposed.
All right, so, yeah.
So I'll entertain a motion that we have no objection to the proposed
Sure.
change to the end of the subdivision at Stebbins Drive.
Do I need to say that?
No, I'm just entertaining that motion.
All right,
so-
fantastic.
It's a tongue twister. Hey, it's fine.
You have a second?
Yeah, second.
I have a motion and a second. Any more discussion?
What he said.
Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So it passes unanimously, and we have a letter, and we'll
Yeah.
slide it under Dawn's door.
Would you like to sign it now, and I can give her a copy
Sure.
of it? Or
Sure.
let me run and get it?
No problem. Okay.
Don't run.
I know Maria was out there
Don't
doing an
run.
open house last week. Are they already being
Don't
marketed
run,
that way?
walk quickly.
Well, we have a hearing tomorrow night, but one of the people that I was concerned about was a person across the street, but he has no objections to what's going on. So there's not gonna be any objections, I'm
He's
sure.
across the street.
And then we're coming from my lot,
Kokosinski.
yeah, and he has no objections, so, I'm just waiting for it to pass so I can deed it and be done with it. And move on.
Yep. So Teresa will get you a copy of the letter, and we'll give one to Dawn as well.
Okay,
So our part has been taken care of, and you're on till tomorrow night, so
thank God.
good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.
So up next is Region 2 Emergency Preparedness. Sarah, I was in touch with Sarah the other day. She called. She's not going to come unless she has something new, but I just have a few little tidbits real quick. The Region 2 trailer, there's an update on it. She did speak with the manufacturer. There will be a certificate of origin being made out to the Dudley Board of Health, and it will be sent to us. So we will be receiving that. Also, we do have this web EOC and HAN alerts that we get sometimes they're once a month, sometimes they're quarterly. every so often. And it used to be Jay Johnson and myself would log on to it.
And keep it in the family.
And so actually what we're going to do is,
Should you be looking at me?
bear with me one second. So what we're going to do is you both have to be educated in it. Notice I said both. So that when we get the alert, there is a possibility that 1 out of 3 of us will get to it.
Can I?
Oh, do they need these?
That's our copy.
Okay.
What it is you get an email with a little login thing, and I have the login and I have the password, and it has to be done within so much time. Well, there are times where I just can't get to it, you know, and so if there's 3 of us, at least we could communicate to each other and say, can't get to it, you know, can you do it, something to that effect, okay? So,
Okay.
He's eyeballing
I'll
you.
do
I
it.
know.
I blood.
I know, you're so busy, I'm sorry, I'm throwing something else on your plate too. So we'll be,
And how are we training for that?
well, I'll show
Oh.
you.
Is it online?
No,
Done online training?
it's not online training, it's more of a, oh, look, there's an incident and this is how you log it. I'll send you the emails that I
Okay.
have,
All right.
okay? So we'll be talking about that.
Jen will
Right
be
up my
conducting the training on that
Yeah.
at your earliest convenience. When's your next day off?
Thanksgiving.
Okay, well, we can all be here at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. We'll just gather around some turkey and have some fun, okay?
Mhm.
And then also, you should have gotten an email about some
Training.
ICS and NIMS training. And as you can
We're all
see,
pretty.
I'm one up on you
he's
guys.
one up on everybody.
Okay.
We
That's
really,
not true. Mine are all up.
Oh, okay.
I've-
Well, you
I've-
don't count.
They can't find it, they don't have
You
them.
know,
this is something that we really have to try to work on.
The first 2, the
IS 100, IS 200.
the 100, ICS 100 and 200 are available online, and you can
Yep.
do them online, and the NIMS 700 is available online. Those you can do sitting at your computer and get current, and it's recommended also that even Teresa
Yes.
become involved. The ICS 300 is a formal classroom one, and it's 1 or 2 days of classroom. Again, that's pick and choose what's your availability and when the classes are being held. I remember I took it when I worked for Webster, and I went up to Nichols, and it was a 1 or 2 day course.
So at least let's try to get the 100, 200, and the NIMS 700, if we can. You too.
I remember doing it. It was the order of command of
Yes,
people.
I
and
started it.
It was
Yeah, I
very
did too.
confused.
I started it, but I I didn't devote enough time to it, basically. I didn't realize, yeah, I didn't
understand
realize.
it more after we went through the simulation and all the people in order of commands
Right.
from that simulation we did at the high school, so.
So it is something, if you need another copy of the email, just let Teresa know, she can send it out to you again. Okay,
Probably.
okay,
I'll
Okay.
need to get that website again to.
okay. Okay, so that's what I have under that. Moving on to item number 4 is Yummy Chinese, the restaurant. We did have an audit report. As a follow-up, Yummy Chinese was allowed to reopen that Tuesday following our Board of Health meeting. Julie, myself, and Ted went down and did the walkthrough with Julie while she did their reinspection, and they were able to reopen. I know, Tom, you just spoke with David the other Monday
Yep.
about,
Monday, yesterday?
Yes.
yes, about redesigning the kitchen and different things.
We, he had a floor plan, he submitted a floor plan for what he wanted to do, and it certainly was substandard as far as the detail that's involved in a floor plan for a restaurant. I told him the first time to secure the services of a restaurant architect. Somebody that can go in. There's two floor plan views that are needed. The plan view, which is the overhead view, showing all the location and the floor plan of all the equipment and the flow. The second is the elevation view, which is the face view of shelving, cabinets, stoves, refrigerators, all of that. And then the third thing is a complete list of all the equipment that's there and what its capacities are and all. Then there's a certain questionnaire that goes along with restaurants to determine how much storage capability they need. They're supposed to develop in their business plan how many meals a day and how many meals a week and what the frequency of delivery is for materials. And that was based on a formula of 0.6 cubic feet per meal. Determines how much storage space is needed, and that's why we need to know the sizes and the capacity of everything, including dry goods, wet goods, refrigeration and freezing capacity, in order to make sure that they don't overcrowd, like we saw with an undersized cooler, and you get overcrowding situations like that. Improper storage of dry goods, we saw evidence of that. So what I did was I sent him with a list of recommendations to secure the services of an architectural engineer, a restaurant architect, I'm sorry. And he was agreeable to it. I told him this is the time to do it. Make sure that it's done right the first time instead of putting it in and then finding out you're substandard. So let's get a professional involved in it.
Who designed the first drafts? It wasn't like Keno pencil, was it?
Yeah, it was a napkin copy.
Oh, okay.
I use that as a common, I call it a napkin copy. It was
Right,
8.5 by 11, but it certainly wasn't to reasonable scale, and it had no detail on it. It really wasn't an architectural drawing.
Okay. And they still have a consultant, right?
Yes.
And that consultant stays on until we feel that,
I don't know what your terms were, but
that's what our,
obviously, I would like to see them stay on until the place is up and running the way we want it up and running.
yes.
They're already exhibited in the last audit that they're having some issues that need to be freshened up.
Their contract is for 6 months with the auditors right now. There's an open end, but it will be
Beautiful.
extended as needed.
Beautiful. That's
So
good.
And is it
We're on
just
the
a-
right track.
Is it again just a once a month? How many days has it been since this one?
I'm not sure what the date is on it.
11/4? And what was the original date that they were had to hire?
The 19th was our last meeting.
So we're like, oh, okay, so it's only a couple of weeks in.
So they're probably doing a cycle every couple of weeks. I can't speak for the auditor, but they're probably running on a 3 or 4 week cycle.
Okay. So we'll just stay on top of this and keep our eyes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Number 5 is approve the 2017 Board of Health meeting schedule so that we can get it out there to the public. So these are the proposed meeting dates. I do have looking at it, I do have 2 quick comments. The February Board of Health meeting is during the week of vacation for schools, as well as the April meeting is during the week of school vacation. So just knowing that, and we can always change them at any point, but knowing that right off, is that a,
Some of us fancy people go on vacation during school vacations.
yeah, we know that that would be a problem. You have nowhere else to look, dear. So,
I gotta say, Jen, if your son has a date, just have him drop you off.
yeah.
Pick you up.
So is the,
April is the only one.
April, you
Yeah.
don't go anywhere in February?
Don't.
Oh, you have to talk to that husband of yours.
Yeah.
How about you?
I could potentially be away February.
Okay,
There has been some chatter about it,
so is it better to bump those?
yes.
Okay. I'm pretty easy, you
The
know.
week prior is fine on both.
Okay, the week prior will be Valentine's Day.
Okay, well, we can't do Valentine's
Oh.
Day.
How about the week after?
So you want to bump it to the 28th of February?
It's fine.
Okay. And April, do you want to go the week before or the week after?
If we go the week after here and the week, oh, this is 2 months out, okay,
Yeah.
so either way.
Do you want to go to the 25th?
25th, whichever.
You tell me. 25th? Or the 11th? You want to have the meeting before you go away or when you come back and you're well rested?
Show off your tan.
How about before?
Okay, the 11th,
Will there be a tan?
not before.
You met me, right? No. This is it.
Well, you could
So
go to
go to-
Vermont or something.
Should go to the tanning booth and
Yeah.
tune up.
Looking through, do any other dates, anybody have anything right off that they know? When's the June one? Okay.
Don't we
Where's
normally
French Revolution?
skip
I
the
don't
August
remember.
one or something?
Depending on what's on, sometimes we don't have one in August and December. We're gonna talk about that too.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, so,
So far away.
I'm sorry.
So far away, I don't know.
Just your busy life, you know. All right, so basically we just want to, so that Teresa can put it out there, make sure that everything's good. So we're good to go?
That can be
It can be
subject to
changed,
change.
but we just,
February
We're-
28th.
Proposed
March.
standard, that's all.
yeah, and they just want to post them on this website so that everybody has a rough idea.
in April.
But again, it can be changed, but this way we know school vacations are always rough. Might as well get it out of there. Okay, moving on. Number 6, Health Inspector's Report. Well, welcome back, Tom.
It appears as though most of the work is all caught up in the office. We're down to, I guess, a couple of re-inspections unless something else has come in, but virtually all the other work has been cleaned up. We have a couple of follow-up inspections that need to be done on housing. And then to finish up on the rest of, I've got about a dozen more inspections to do, but they're minor. They're, a lot of them are the convenience stores or pizza, another couple of pizza facilities.
Okay.
But in general, we're pretty well cleaned up there. Just food for thought. Teresa, when she does up her renewal applications, we're going to set up a list of, and we're going to classify them as hazardous or high hazard, medium hazard, or low hazard. And I'm going to make a proposal that the state does allow it as long as the Board of Health approves it for the low hazard ones like the convenience stores and gas stations and stuff like that. We can do those inspections once a year instead of twice a year. We'll make a presentation at that time, but this is just food for thought for in the board. If you decide that you want to go with that, that's fine. Other than that, I don't have anything else to add.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, number 7, old business. I have one thing under old business, because I already brought up the Region 2 stuff while you stepped out.
Yep.
Now, we had discussed last month about the voting for a representative for Region 2. There is that monthly meeting. Now that Tom's here, maybe Tom can give us a little more insight.
Well, what I can do is if it's that important that I have to be there, I will start attending those meetings. They're only an hour or two every month, so it's not a big deal. They're held in Worcester. That way we would retain purely our own voting rights instead of walking into a gang voting right.
How does the board feel about that?
If you're willing to go to the meetings, then that would be.
I'm
I know
willing-
Roberta-
I'm willing to go to the
Roberta
meetings.
would definitely feel better with that.
Okay?
So let's just,
And Roberta's feelings are very important to me.
He's so
Isn't that
Oh.
nice?
So I.
you don't care what I,
No, you're right. You didn't like the decision we made anyway.
That's right, you're out of it.
Yeah.
so, yeah, I think if you,
So
that would
did you
be,
make a vote?
yeah, so we're gonna, I'm entertaining a motion.
To rescind the vote?
Mhm.
I'm making a motion, or you made the motion?
I'm
You made a
entertaining a
second.
motion.
Okay, I'll make a motion to rescind our decision to pass our vote off to a
Deb Becerra.
deficit.
Yeah, outside agency.
You
Yeah.
second it?
Yeah.
I have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Passes unanimously, so Tom will be our voting agent, which will make all of us feel very warm and fuzzy.
I love it.
Okay, see, that was my old business. Anybody else have any old business?
Thank you.
One of the things I might, Madam Chairman, bring up is you might want to look into the possibility of contract renewals for,
Yes.
to make sure that mine and any other contractors like Harrington Preventative Health are up to snuff on their contracts.
I think what I would be interested in, if the board feels so as well, is perhaps our January meeting have Deb Becerra come here with some information regarding that contract?
Sure.
Such a great idea.
Don't you think
All
that would be
right,
good?
sure.
Okay,
That's the Harrington contract?
yes, because
Yeah.
I would like to see some more details about that. So,
Do we have a copy of it in the file?
Teresa has found one thing from a few years ago, so we're gonna, and that'll give her another time to work on that, but invite Deb to the January meeting, which will be. Text me. Wow, you're good. I just have to see if, yeah, you're right. But I would doubt you, right? Oh, it's right there.
Thanks. It's sitting in
I told you I'm having a rough. Okay, for the January meeting, then we'll have her. That'll be very good, and we can hash out a few things with her. Okay, any other old business?
Sounds lively.
Should be a fun one.
All right.
Start the new year off right. Okay, new business. I have something under new business. So, last Tuesday, as everyone knows, the state of Mass passed the legalization. Let's see, as of December 15th, 2016, the law will permit the possession, use, distribution, and cultivation of marijuana in limited amounts by persons aged 21 and older, and will remove criminal penalties for such activities. So, we have already received an inquiry about what we're going to be doing, about perhaps selling, cultivation and sale of marijuana. So we do have a little attachment that did come out. There is some preliminary information coming down from the state. I guess I do know that the Board of Selectmen is also looking into how it can be regulated and different things. So I guess just put it out there that we need to find out if we have any. Does this fall under us at all or no?
I don't know that.
Tom?
I don't know that. We can do the research to find out if there is a facility of any type in the community. How is it registered? How is it handled?
Right.
And for the personal use, this is the The ballot question that we voted on was for recreational use, is basically what we're talking about.
Is there any-
Recreational,
Yes.
Is there any way to know what our particular town voted for? Do we have that information, what our particular town voted for, yes or
I
no?
believe you can ask the town
I
clerk.
believe
I mean, because it does say here, a city or town could hold a local vote to determine whether to permit the selling of marijuana and marijuana products. And, well, we've already done that. If we have that information, we'll know what our people,
We want a
what our
general
town wants
consensus of
or
what the
doesn't
population.
want.
Right.
And it would make a lot of sense for us moving forward.
I did speak with Michelle in the selectman's office today, and she did tell me that they've also had one additional inquiry besides this one, and that they would be discussing it on the 28th of November at their next selectmen's meeting, discussing not, but, and looking into, like, they believe things, that something of, don't quote me on this, but like, that you can sell it at package stores, or any place that sells wine and beer
I'll look into how it's
can
gonna
be
be
allowed
handled.
in,
Well, I imagine, there's the place on the Four Corners, it's in Connecticut, but they sell like little pipes and things in the back there. I'm assuming they're gonna sell the product that goes with the pipe. But that's
I
Connecticut,
don't
so
think,
that
I
doesn't
don't think
count.
that's gonna
But I
happen.
mean, I'm just wondering how that is all.
And that's
But
what I-
Everywhere you sell cigarettes, you can sell.
I don't, that's what I don't know.
It
It's-
First of
smells
all,
like
you
that.
Yeah, you have to find out whether it's going to happen or not. And if there's a way, if the towns decide not to do anything, can they block it? And how would they block it, if they're going to block it? Or if they're going to pass it, then who is going to be allowed to, what the mechanism is for people to handle and sell and distribute the product?
And I guess,
There's
you
an
know,
awful lot of personal and professional opinions out there
right,
on how it should be handled and what should be done about it.
and I guess I just wanna know what is our involvement, like, coming down from the state, what are they saying? What do we do? So, feel free, anyone would like to do a little research, or this just came in today, so.
I mean, I'd like to start with that first, the town opinion on it.
We'll find that out
See
right away.
where that
Yeah.
falls,
We can definitely, to find that out from Maura. She'll have that.
I would imagine.
I can add additional info now if you want.
Sure.
So I did do some research on the new law, and there's a new commission that's being formed. It's 14 people, and all commercial growing operations and full-time sales operations specific to marijuana are going to be controlled by that commission, which reports to the state. The town does still have the opportunity to vote to not allow those operations within the town for valid reasons. So if the town was to say, no, we don't want a commercial operation, they would need to have a valid reason as to why, whether it be location or the person that's involved and the town's history with that person. But it's a place-by-place determination, but it's all going to be governed, commercial part of it is all going to be run by the state commission.
There has to be a set of rules so that
Yes.
everybody knows what they are,
Right.
instead of it just going to a quasi-government agency, and they get to decide what's valid and what isn't. There still has to be
There's
a
these,
purely objective
Right.
yeah, because
approach.
I just would like to, so if we can, over the next month or two, research and hopefully have,
So what it sounds like to me is the person who's inquiring would have to go to the state with an application and licensing, and then come back to find their location after that fact.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes, so they'd have to get approval from the state, who would do a full background check. And then they would have to come to us with that application after they have had state approval and then the town would have final approval based on our internal rules and regulations. So we still, even if they get state approval, the town still has the opportunity to say yay or nay.
And does that fall to the selectmen?
We'll find out.
That's what I.
We'll find out. We'll go to the AG.
Yeah.
The Attorney General should be able to come up with it. Who gives the final yay or nay?
Right.
Um,
Could you look into that for us,
Absolutely.
please?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I mean, you're back now, so I might as well keep you
Nothing
busy.
to do.
Yeah, you know, I know. You know, you and Ted, nothing to do all day long.
I don't do much.
All right. Any other new business? All right, seeing none. Oh, before we go on to that. In the past, we've normally, okay, our December meeting is scheduled for the week, December 20th. At this point, we don't really have anything on our, like, pending on December.
Well, I mean, we have ongoing stuff. Do we have to meet to talk about the ongoing stuff?
You want to bump it up to the 14th?
No matter how quickly, I mean, we can go
I would
quickly.
prefer to not do it that week of December.
No, I don't want to do it on Christmas week either, right?
So I have,
I have no problem.
so is it the 14th? The Tuesday, I should know that. No, it's the 13th.
20th, 13th.
13th.
So you want to move it to the 13th at 6:30, provided that we can get a room and everything? That sounds good.
Get a room.
Provided that we could
Concert.
use
The
a room?
The boys have a concert that night.
Oh, okay.
Middle
What
school.
kind of concert?
They have a Christmas concert.
Oh, it's the music concert? Oh, well, then we definitely can't do that.
No,
What about a Wednesday? We do a Wednesday, because Thursdays we have scouts, but, you know, their concert is at,
Isn't there a concert Tuesday?
6:30,
Is it Tuesday
the
and
13th.
Wednesday? Is it is it, which one is it? Is
the
it,
band concert is Tuesday, and then Wednesday, I don't have it written down probably because Sam's not in it.
the bands are Tuesday and Wednesday? I don't mind, Jay's not in that either. Is it the week before for the choir?
I didn't write that down. I don't have an opera star at home. I don't know.
They have show choir on both of those
Oh,
days.
yeah, no. So,
So-
the 13th would be out.
okay, so, and what about the Wednesday, did we say?
I could do Wednesday. I don't know if
Do you
you
think,
guys-
As long as I go to one of them, I don't, it doesn't matter.
okay, so
Oh,
the 13th is out, so the 14th, is that, no, you're finding something?
no,
Wednesday,
same
the 14th.
time, right, 6:30?
6:30?
I'll make it quick.
Thursday
Regardless.
works for you?
No,
Oh, not
I-
for you, right? You
I
work?
work. No, Wednesday's the 14th is no good. Sorry, Wednesday the 14th is no
Doesn't
good.
mean-
It's no
Nay.
good.
That's it,
All
yep.
right, well, I guess we're off on December. We'll just be off for December, and if something comes up, we can,
We'll schedule something if we need
Yeah.
to. We could always make it work
You
somewhere.
can always, you can declare an emergency meeting if
Right.
you have to.
I mean, I don't think anything is extremely urgent, like, that's my only,
that's
yeah,
the only one.
that's the only one. And we can continue to stay updated, and if need be, we would have an emergency meeting. That sounds good for
If the week
everybody.
before Christmas we had to do that, it would be,
So, looking to entertain a motion.
make a motion to, do you want to make a motion?
No.
Make a motion.
I don't want to.
Come on.
I'm fine.
Come on, I never made one until I came to this seat.
You get to keep that seat.
I'll make a
I
motion
like the
to
second.
adjourn
I'll second that.
at 8.
I have a
7:04.
motion to adjourn in a second. Any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Adjourned at 7:04.
I honestly
I
thought it
know.
was 8:04.